Many of you, well, actually many of us, especially those who live in Europe, would like to see the restriction speed of e-mountain raised from 25 kilometers an hour up to 32 kilometers an hour, which they have in many parts of the USA. And why not? After all, we all want to get to that really cool single track as fast as possible. But let's not kid ourselves, because that limiter doesn't actually affect our descending, and in many instances doesn't actually affect our climbing too much either. Now, where it actually might matter is on the flat, which is why I have got with me a very fit person on a mountain bike. So the aim of the video is to see how long can I stay with a mountain bike on the flat, and also at what gradient might I be able to pull back the time. Okay, at this point, I have dragged over from EMBN, former pro roadie and World Cup cross-country mountain bike rider, and also a maths expert, Isaac Mundy. Isaac, average speed of the Tour de France.
I mean, flat stages, they'll sit at like 50 kilometers an hour a lot of the day. They're honestly flying. The speed, especially since COVID, the speed of the peloton is insane.
But that's obviously got the advantage of the wind resistance from the peloton, and also skinny tires.
Yeah, and
20 mils?
25, 28.
Right, okay. Obviously, mountain bike will be different. What about World Cup cross-country racing?
It's just a lot slower. The short track, they might be doing 30, but with the amount of climbing they're doing in that Olympic discipline, it might be between kind of 15 and 20 kilometers an hour, the ones I did.
Right, okay.
Because they're just stacking so much elevation.
Now that's an average speed,
Average.
Right? Okay. So what I suggest we do, just to get a benchmark going, to see if I can actually stick with you, because I'm guessing that what we have here, folks, is a standard quarter-mile drag. That's 440 yards, 400 meters. To see at what point, because obviously I'm probably going to go off first.
Yeah, you're going to zoom away off the line.
But I think you're going to quickly get back. And when I hit that 25 kph limiter, I reckon you're going to pull away. That's my guess anyway.
That's my wish. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right, let's go have a look. Okay, Isaac, I think what we need to do is ride sat down, but as fast as possible, as if we're trying to replicate a ride to the next downhill stage.
Yeah,
so,
sounds good.
Do you want to count it in? I'm in boost mode, folks.
I'm in boost mode, my legs.
All right, this is going to be interesting. I've never done this before. Count it in then.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, and Steve's pulling away. I need to get up to that magic 25k an hour mark.
As I thought, I'm ahead.
And we're nearly there. And now I feel off the speed.
32 kilometers an hour. 33 kilometers an hour. Oh, there you go. There he goes, 33. Oh, that's just ridiculous. I'm probably not going to be able to sustain this. Obviously, my bike is slightly heavier. So I'm now fading down to 26. Yeah, 25. There you go. He's just cruising. I think we went a bit hard there. I'm
it's a quarter-mile dash, you know.
I think that wasn't your standard sort of transition to the trailhead. Probably went off a bit too hard. I was probably 50 meters ahead of you, but you soon pulled back. But that was too fast. I think quick summary of that is boost mode. You wouldn't ride on the flat in boost mode. The difference over a quarter mile, 2 seconds.
Probably. We were going pretty fast, but
I'm glad you said that.
It is so noticeable, the acceleration. You just go on those first 2 pedal strokes, but then when we are up to speed, it doesn't actually feel that different, really.
I don't think I'd do a transition flat stage at that intensity.
No.
I think I would actually. I mean, I was doing 32k, which was too fast. Obviously, I couldn't sustain that on a 23 kilo bike.
No, so I probably couldn't sustain that on a Norton like the not.
You're saying all the right things.
I guess the thing is, you were on boost then, weren't you?
Yeah,
and
good
probably
start.
It's a good start, but most of the time you're going to be rolling around maybe on a trail or eco mode, right? You're not going to be rinsing that boost between the trailheads.
Certainly not on the flat. So,
No.
okay, well, should we give it another go and I go into eco?
Give me another chance to
All right, then let's
peel
go in
away from
eco
you
then.
again.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that's different, isn't it? Once I'm up to 27, it doesn't actually matter. Actually, it doesn't matter what mode I'm in. So,
Oh, I'm just cruising.
I reckon it's probably 2 seconds over a quarter mile. Okay, I'm done with that. Oh, he's keeping going. On the flat, eco, I'm doing 22, 23 kilometers an hour. It's plenty, I'm not rinsing the battery. And I'm not really that far behind a mountain biker. All right, you got that. So that time, well, that was a bit different. You definitely got ahead of me quicker.
Yeah.
I think my average speed is around 19, 20 kilometers an hour. I think that is more representative. I mean, let's face it, eco should be a mode you use on a trail like that. But nevertheless, I was behind, right?
Yeah, and it did feel a lot more cruisy for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think in order to pull back, you need to go harder for longer, really.
Harder for longer.
Yeah.
Well, funnily you should say that, because being a gentleman of a certain age, I do frequently get messages on my Facebook and Instagram suggesting the very thing. Welcome to the valley. Now,
Thank you.
I think what we have here is 1 mile. I think this sort of flat semi-climb represents what you would probably do out on a ride. And it's 1 mile long, and it's just under 100 feet climbing over that distance. So it's not much.
No.
That's
So,
that's the geese, by the way.
Which kind of works in my favour a little bit. You know, if it was a really hard climb, I think you'd have time to put a kettle on before I was there. But it's going to be interesting, this, because it does roll, and I can try and claw my way back into it without busting too much of a gut.
And knowing that Isaac is a racer, he will want to claw back.
I want it.
It's not a race! Right. Okay. I'm now in boost mode.
Oh,
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally, I blew up from the first one. I'm actually going to try and gauge this a little bit better.
Just
than the
to
first
twist the knife at the end. And
one. Right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's off like a bullet. I think he wants it.
I need to just keep it under wraps.
Oh, this is too equal. This is too equal. I'm in boost mode. I knew he'd have me there. I'm going to keep it under 25. As you can see, I'm on the limiter, even on the climb. He is such a racer. Oh, pulled ahead momentarily. I think he's elbow to elbow here. I'm actually not kidding, this is for real. Oh God, I think the 20-something's got me. Oh. Ah, 1 mile, 100 feet, vertical. You had me. That's the difference between an athlete and an old guy.
But I was thinking, when it kicks up, I'm slipping, like it's really hard. But then you just keep, if you can maintain that effort, as soon as you get fast, you just creep away, I think.
So I was like in and out of that limiter. Sorry, I've got a League of Gentlemen nosebleed going on. Excuse me, folks, sorry for that. That's just the physicality of that. I wasn't expecting to do an interval training today. I genuinely thought I'd beat you on one.
So did I.
So here's the question. Now, you know your maths, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be a tipping point. At what point even with the 25 kilometre an hour limiter, I'm still going to be under the limiter where I'm going to be at the advantage. I'd like to know what gradient it is.
Yeah, it'd be interesting that because we can work it out with weight, basically the extra weight, the gravitational potential energy, and then the gradient in terms of the rate of VAM or the rate you're climbing as opposed to your forward speed to get the balance of the extra power versus extra weight. Because so aero, we're kind of the same and doesn't really make a difference for an electric mountain bike.
He's definitely saying, aero are about the same. Oh, I love it. That's great.
Within tolerances, because I've got my big jacket on, so like...
I've got my two big jackets on too. Yeah.
It's fairly straightforward bit of arithmetic that I'm pretty puffed, so it's, you know, beyond me right now.
Shall I tell you the arithmetic you need to know?
Yeah.
You need to know the arithmetic on my rigid bike.
Oh.
Let's have you. Okay, Isaac, here is my weapon. It's a rigid weapon, Canyon Grail. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I think, let's not mess around. I think certainly just get your GoPro on, get your mindset on, because we are going to go against the clock, quarter-mile dash.
I think my day just got taken up a gear.
Right, and Isaac, track stand engaged, roadie style.
Oh, look out,
count us in, count us in.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sky. I think it's a red pill, blue pill moment. Look, I got it. I tell you what.
So I was just being sick in the hedge back there.
Red pill, blue pill moment.
Well, whatever it is, it's effective.
You like that? You want some of that? But folks, to return to the question, is 25 kph too slow? This is obviously people outside the US. I think it possibly is in certain situations, but in general, I don't think it, as you said, I don't think it takes away the fun for e-mountain biking.
No.
But folks, let us know your thoughts on it. Maybe we should work harder to get the limiter increased to 32.
Because this 25, like, it's quite old legislation as well, isn't it? It has been around for a long time, the 25k an hour mark, and it hasn't been, maybe the modern e-bike needs a little bit of a re-examining.
Interesting. Words from an almost e-bike convert. Would you like to take it away?
Oh, would I?
Take it away, Isaac. I'd go that way if I was you.